and then he would sit on this cot and he would recite Surah Al-Kahf. And he was Hafiz Quran, so he used to recite Surah Al-Kahf. And whoever was there would sit there and they would listen to him reading Surah Al-Kahf. So he said on this day, the day he passed away, he had his bath. Then his grandson helped him to get dressed. So he got dressed. He put on his sherwani and so on. He sat on the cot and I believe he said to his grandson, give me the Musaf. So his grandson says, I thought to myself, why is he asking for the Musaf? Because normally he just recites Surah Al-Kahf. He said, I turned to pick up the Musaf from the cupboard. I heard him start Surah Yasin. Instead of Surah Al-Kahf, he started reciting Yasin. So he said, Yasin wal Quranil Hakim innaka laminal mursalin ala siratim mustaqim tanzil al-azizir rahim litundira qawman ma unzira aba'uhum fahum ghafilun laqad haqqal qawlu ala aktharihim fahum la yu'minun إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا وهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكرى وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم. Shaykh Abul Hasan Nazir Rahmatullah Alayh ended at this, leaned back and died. He recited Surah Rahman to this ayat, فَبَشِّرْهُ بِمَغْفِرَةٍ وَأَجْرٍ كَرِيمٍ, and he died. Allah protects those who are faithful to Him. On a Jummah, in a state of fasting, 27th of Ramadan. And that Jummah was the Jummatul Wida, that was the last Jummah of Ramadan. Ajib, Khashya ar-Rahman bil Ghaib. This is the power of bringing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala into your hearts. Talk about Allah, talk about Allah, talk about Allah. May Allah forgive us. The word Allah has become unfashionable in our homes. I'm not talking about you people, I'm saying generally speaking. The word Allah, the word Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, dhikr of maut, dhikr of the akhirah, dhikr of Jannah and Jahannam has become unfashionable in our homes. So that's what you do. Questions? How have you time? What's the time? 5 to 6. Okay, we got 5 minutes. Questions? Ji. Anybody. For the younger people to do it is even more powerful, believe me. It's even more powerful. Even more powerful. What did I say? Even more powerful. From the elders, it is more or less expected. From the youngsters, it is not expected. They'll die of shock. Seriously, I'm telling you. Even more powerful. Exactly the same thing. Do that every single day. Don't worry about the world. Not one of them is going to come into your qabr, I can assure you. If you don't believe me, ask the shuyukh. We are not of the school of thought which thinks that Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani will come into my qabr to answer the questions. If Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani was alive, he would hit them with his slipper. I am telling you, the people who say all this. La hawla la quwwata illa billah. Ji. I told you I am old and deaf. You have to speak loudly.
The same methodology for a situation in an office where you have got staff under your subordinates who don't practice Islam.
Absolutely, especially in Muslim countries, you guys have no excuse whatsoever. Especially in Muslim countries, you got no excuse whatsoever. I'm telling you, One day I was sitting in a meeting in Bangalore, and I was on the board of one of the IT companies there. I was sitting in a meeting. I completely forgot it was Jummah. In any case, I was traveling, so technically I had an excuse. But usually, if I am there, I go for Jummah. I totally forgot it was Jummah. I'm the only Muslim there. One of the other Hindu ladies, she's telling me, "Sir, isn't it time for you to go?" I said, "Go where?" He said, "Sir, today is Friday. It's now 12:30. She reminded me. So what's the problem with reading the Quran or having a discussion or some talk about the Akhirah in a Muslim country? You've got absolutely no excuse. You must do it. You absolutely must do it. Supposing I tell you I'm going to send you tapes of Tom Peters or somebody, great motivational speaker in the world, Stephen Covey, 7 habits of highly effective people. You know what those 7 habits are? 5 of them are Salah. Then fasting. Then Tahajjud. Khalas. That's the 7 habits of highly effective people. Fajr, Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, Tahajjud and fasting. Khalas. He doesn't say that. I am saying it. What does he know about effective habits? So if I send you those tapes and I say play them in your office, you will run up and down and play them everywhere. Yes or no? So what's the problem with the word of Muhammad Rasulullah? What is the problem with the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Then do it. Do it and see the power of it. You can only take somebody up to a point. Beyond that, you have to practice. If you don't practice, nobody can help you. We can only tell you. And that's why my exam for you tomorrow is what? What's my exam tomorrow? If you don't give me that piece of paper, I'll fail you. I'm telling you seriously. I'm giving you big zeros with a big fat red pen. What are you supposed to write in the paper?
What am I leaving behind? What am I leaving behind? What am I taking?
Yes. What am I leaving behind and what am I taking? Open book examination. I make it easy for you. Any other questions? Quick. Before somebody chases me away from here. Ji.
This is a problem that we face now. That when any one of us wants to get married, we are asked, do you want to marry a religious man or do you want to marry a man with akhlaq?
With a?
With a man with akhlaq. They give us 2 options.
Man with a what?
Akhlaq.
A religious man or a man with akhlaq? What kind of a answer is? What kind of a thing is that? Who is a religious man without akhlaq? Hey?
This happens. And
Yeah.
many of us end up choosing the man with akhlaq because the religious...
Excuse me. I am on this thing, so I will not say what I think of that opinion. It will get recorded. A religious man is a man with akhlaq. If a man does not have akhlaq, he is not religious. Khalas. So what's the problem? And why do you choose? If somebody tells you, here is somebody who has akhlaq and here is somebody who is who has no, but he has no religion. So are you marrying the Shankaracharya or what? Or Dalai Lama maybe, he's got good akhlaq, mashallah. No religion. What is this? Don't even listen to this trash. If somebody tells you want to marry a man with religion or with akhlaq, you tell him it's an oxymoronic, idiotic question. I'm sorry to say, you are my elder, but I think you have a vacuum in your head. Don't say all this, but I'm just... Don't actually say all this. But you say, if my concept of a religious man is a man with akhlaq. Was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam a religious man? What do you think? You got a doubt? What was his akhlaq like? Then? Don't worry about getting married. Marriage is a part of your qadar. If it is written, it will happen. If it is not written, it will not happen. Your choice that you are given is what? Who to pick. Marriage is part of your rizq. Quantity of rizq is already predetermined. What's the choice you've got? You want it from halal source or you want it from haram source. So husband determined. You want a haram husband or your halal husband? Which one do you want? You want a Shankaracharya or you want somebody? Very simple. You pick the right man and you will have a beautiful life, inshallah. You go pick the wrong man and then you say, no, what to do this? No. Does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have any shortage of good husbands in his, wherever he keeps good husbands? I mean, is there a shortage? If I don't pick this one now, I don't know what's going to happen. What is this? I'm telling you, all of this, alhamdulillah, jazakallah for asking and sorry for pulling your leg. I mean, some of you can do with a couple of inches in height anyway, so that's... But the point I'm saying is that, seriously, think about this. Don't worry about it. The only one that we are required to please is who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Thus. So anything. What is the hadith? What did Rasulullah say? He said, there is no obedience to the slave in the disobedience of the Creator. Yes? So if whoever it is, including your parents, and this is in the Quran as well, if they tell you to do something which is shirk, which is haram, which is makruh, which is bid'ah, which is, nonsensical stuff like this, refuse. Do it very politely, very nicely, smile. If they get angry, you tell your mom, go kiss her, go fall at her feet, give her gulab jamun, whatever. Right? I'm not saying be rude, no. Do it nicely, but do it. Don't obey them, obey Allah. Other side of the story for the parents, it's also very important. I've been talking about all this love for children business, but don't take it out of context. It is the responsibility of parents also to set boundaries for children. One of the big problems today is parents say, oh, but I'm a friend to my child. Well, that's the first problem. You are supposed to be a mother to the child or a father to the child first. Then you be a friend to the child. The child has got many friends, but they've got only 2 parents. So be a parent. And there's no need to be apologetic about being a parent. Today, parents are frightened of children. Parents are scared of children. For what? No, I don't know what will happen. What will happen? So all this love and don't punish and so on is fine. But sometimes the time comes when there is a necessity to make a contact between your boot and your son's posterior. If that happens, then do it. Yeah, I mean, especially for boys. The boys need some strong control, mashallah. If you do that, they are fine after that. Girls are more easy to manage. Parents don't do that. They wait till the last minute. I was in Northampton in the US. Northampton is a place wherever I used to go there. I used to make a lot of dua before going there and say, Allah, please hold it till I get out of here. Because Northampton is the center seat of homosexuality in America. We used to go there for our Intekhali Jawla for Tabligh. So, and in Urdu, usually the word Intekhal means for mouth. So, it's Intekhali Jawla. I said, I'm going to go there and die or something. So, we used to. So, we went there and there was this, somebody invited us home. This Pakistani gentleman whose daughter was studying in Northampton in one of the schools. So, he's coming and he's telling me, those of you who know Urdu will enjoy this, but I'll translate it anyway. So, he came and he saw the whole atmosphere. He hadn't a clue. He sent his daughter there and he didn't have any clue of what was happening. When he came there, he suddenly eyes opened. So he told me, he says to me, he says, Sheikh, Zara meri bachchi pe aap nazar rakhiye. Please keep your eye on my daughter. So I said, first of all, to have my eye on your daughter is not jais for me. Why will I look at your daughter? So nazar rakhna in Urdu means to, sort of be conscious of her and take care of her and all this. I said, no, that is not jais for me. I asked him, I told him, I said, who told you to send your daughter into this place? I said, you bring up your child, you protect her, you do the best for her, and then when she is mature, you take her and throw her into the middle of the ocean where a lot of great whites are cruising. And then when she is there floundering and about to be ripped apart by all the sharks, then you say, oh, subhanallah, Sheikh, please keep your eye on my daughter. I said, what's wrong with your brain? Who told you to bring her here? I'm not exaggerating. Subhanallah, we used to go to the University of Amherst. The MSA had a room. Right? The MSA had a room. We used to go sit in the MSA room. On one side of the MSA room, there was a room which they actually had boards. So the MSA room had a board saying MSA. On one side of the room was a room which was tagged Friends of Marijuana Society. And since you are not shocked enough, on the other side,